Today on the Pro Life Podcast, we're talking about celebrity parents, the good, the bad, and the Stranger Things. We need to talk about this. Let's get started. Happy Thursday, Pro Life family. Welcome to the table. Pull up a chair. Hi, friends.
Hi. Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
It's
almost Christmas.
It is almost Christmas.
Christmas tree is up in my house.
Yeah. Not for everyone at this table, though. We won't name names.
We opened the door and you went straight there.
I was seriously just talking to myself.
Yeah. I
was just not applying it to anyone else. I don't know if Kim's tree is up or not.
It is.
So.
It is.
Hopefully, between the recording of this and the publishing of this, my Christmas tree will be up. I've been a little consumed. Church Christmas programs and things. Mm-hmm. And when you're the production director, that makes life busy. Yeah. But it is done now. And 2 services of that after the Sunday services. And I felt like I ran a marathon. Mm-hmm. But it is done.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the children had a good time. They sang in mini keys at one time.
Okay.
As children's choirs do.
Yes.
So, it's
Speaking
fun.
of children.
Speaking of children, we talk often about children on this program.
Yes, that's why we're here.
That is why we're here. Oh, we should probably get through this introductions thing that we do.
Maybe.
If you would like to go first.
Kim Schwartz, Director of Media and Communication.
Michaela Vaughn, Director of Development.
Brent Clearman, IT Director. I think that's your first intro as new title.
It's my second or third, so you may or may not have noticed, but I do have a new title. I used to be Director of Education. Now I'm Development Director.
Yep.
Doesn't change too much how I treat this podcast, but now I ask for money.
Yeah, but okay, that's actually really important. Before we go too far into this, I want to let you know we have a big 2-time match campaign going on right now. Generous donors are doubling all donations through December 31st up to $200,000. So this is a huge goal that's going to impact the difference that we'll all be able to make, you too, in 2026. And so if you've never given to Texas Right to Life before, this is a huge chance to do it because your first donation is going to be doubled. Or if you're a regular donor, like this is a time to make an even greater impact. So make sure you visit the link in the description, send in a Christmas gift, and it'll be doubled.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
okay.
I'm doing your job for you.
It's such an easy job when I
everything
came
we
on
can
the
do
team.
to help, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys wanted to talk pop culture, celebrity, parenthood things.
Yes.
And then you said you're going to open with this weird video that I have not seen.
Yes.
And I feel like I might be disappointed with from what I've already heard.
Yes, okay.
That is true.
Okay.
So I'll set the scene if you are like Brent and you do not know who this person is. But over Thanksgiving, my family went to an Airbnb and yay, the last family stayed logged into Netflix. You don't have Netflix, but I was excited because Stranger Things dropped over Thanksgiving week. So we were watching the new season and I guess after Thanksgiving, this was like a week or 2 ago, I see this trending video circulating of where one of the characters, the actress, her name is Maya Hawke, and she plays one of the main characters. She's on Jimmy Fallon, and she wants to make a political statement. So I guess we'll show the video now.
My mom wrote this really beautiful essay about her abortion that she got when she was really young, and about how if she hadn't have had it, she wouldn't have become the person that she'd become, and I wouldn't exist, and how both of my parents' lives would have been totally derailed and she hadn't had access to safe and legal health care, fundamental health care. And I, of course, like wealthy people will always be able to get abortions, but so many people, because of this ruling this week, will not only not be able to pursue their dreams, but actually lose their lives and be unsafe. And I just wanted to say that, the Supreme Court.
Yeah, okay,
You know, if anybody was going to swear in the show, I voted it was me.
No, sorry.
Come on, guys. I mean, there's plenty of things on this that we talk about that make me mad enough to swear. This kind of goes on the list.
Yeah.
Also, that's not how biology works. Like, we don't kill a child earlier to have... So this one can exist far into the future. Like...
Maya Hawke's mother, it wasn't as if the choice wasn't, if you get an abortion, then you'll get to give birth to and another daughter named Maya Hawke, and she's going to be amazing. That's not the choice.
No,
the choice that Uma Thurman was presented with was, you are pregnant right now. A child already exists. It wasn't preventing a future existence. A child already exists. Will you protect this child or kill this child? Mm-hmm. And it's not saying yes or no to a future child. The question, and what God asks us to in discernment, is we can only discern and answer the questions that are right in front of us. Mm-hmm. And so I think saying that whether or not Maya Hawke would have existed in the future, if the first child had been born or not, makes no sense. And it's not related to an abortion of her sibling.
Yeah. And I'm really surprised, too, because a lot of people who find out that their parents had an abortion, they feel like this survivor's guilt or kind of like a reflection on their own worth of like, well, what stopped you from aborting me? If you did this to my sibling, why wouldn't you do this to me? And those are real questions. And, we obviously can have compassion and our hearts can break for Uma Thurman because in her essay, she actually wrote it in 2021 in response to the Texas Heartbeat Act, saying that this was cruel and that she was just heartbroken for all of the Texas women who will not be able to have abortions. And she actually wrote that it was one of the hardest decisions of her life and that she still feels sad about it even to that day. And that's not the kind of like empowerment that I think people like Maya Hawke are trying to sell at the same time of like, this was really empowering, but I'm still sad about it to this day. It's like, why are you still sad about it? Well, because that was your child. And you know that there was a life that you were supposed to have with that child, one that would bring fulfillment, one that would bring joy. And yes, she does have joy and fulfillment in other ways, but it's not the same that you would as a parent, especially saying that you took the life of your child instead of, like if she had never been pregnant in the first place and chose, her career and like the path that she ended up with. If that makes sense.
No, yeah, it does. And what you were saying about how siblings often experience survivor's guilt if they found out one of their siblings was aborted. I mean, I personally know in the Texas Right to Life Fellowship, I met other students in my cohort who, when they found out that their parents had an abortion in their history and then they, had a pro-life conversion story, these children were left wondering those questions. Why was my life worth living but not my siblings? And it spurred them to have pro-life activism and to fight for other children. And that is a very selfless response to learning that news. It's not all about me, it's also about the lives I don't see. And there's love and beauty and things we can't see. And it takes a lot of humility to admit that.
I agree. What do you think?
Makes me wonder if Kill Bill was a weird way of dealing with your trauma.
Yikes. I have not seen that movie.
Do you know the story?
I know that it is a movie.
It is extremely violent. So if you haven't seen it,
so this is a movie.
I cannot recommend going to see it.
The Uma Thurman.
This is a movie Uma Thurman made, and I believe co-wrote.
Okay.
20 some odd years ago, and essentially pregnant by an older man. The assassin squad. The guy who got her pregnant they're this group of assassins, and they think she's pregnant by this current boyfriend and that she's marrying, and so they come to kill her, beat her nearly to death. The child is born. They take the child. And so there's this kid that she never gets to raise, and then she goes on the warpath for revenge, and that's the basic arc of the movie. So knowing some things now, it's like, wait, were you trying to deal with some stuff here when you were writing this?
It's interesting. I didn't know that
happened. Anyways, that's purely speculation.
Yeah,
but.
Hey.
In the context of this conversation and knowing that story, because I was seeing the movie a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, contrast it though with what Maya Hawke is saying about her mom's abortion, saying that this was empowering, and that she wouldn't be able to be the mother that she would like eventually be to Maya Hawke, if that makes sense. That's what Maya is saying. She was already a mother, but Maya's like, she wouldn't be the mother to me at that point. So Maya is saying that because of Uma Thurman's abortion, she wouldn't have been able to be a successful mother, a good mother, have like a good acting career. But we just talked on this show pretty recently about Millie Bobby Brown, who adopted a child, and she's just about 21, early 20s.
Right.
And so at the heart of this story is this, idea that you can't have a fulfilling life and be a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And we just see the opposite of that in our own lives, obviously. But even if we look just at the bubble of Hollywood, where it's like these aren't necessarily normal people, Millie Bobby Brown has expressed how this has been such a big place in her heart to be a parent. And we hear about other celebrities too who say like, being a parent is way better than anything that I have coming from being in the movies and being well known and everything like that.
Well, the other argument that I think we need to address is exactly that. Maya Hawke is equating abortion equals following dreams, abortion equals success. And I think fundamentally there is a difference between what the three of us would say is success and what Hollywood and pop culture will say. So success is being childless. Success is having a career at the expense of a family. So, Brent and I, we have kids.
Yep.
We also have careers.
We do.
Right? And so, it's this idea that having a career is mutually exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem with that is that it's a very materialistic view. If success is found in money, well, money is only good for what it can buy. So that's not what we should be seeking, because there's always more.
Yeah.
And
It's
finding
funny, those artsy fartsy people who say money doesn't buy happiness sure seem to be trying to sell that money and happiness are the same thing.
Yep. Or it's like, my success is being a famous actress. So then your success is found in other people. If enough of other people recognize you, that success, that can't be true either. It's very, very superficial once you look at what is success. So what's my dreams? So what are your dreams?
Yeah.
It's all about this personal fulfillment, which is so individualistic, and it completely leaves virtue out of the question, which is where, we have this Christian worldview, which is more so what we would talk about.
Yeah.
And what's the best avenue to pursuing virtue?
The Lord.
The Lord. Children help us, children, that's a huge opportunity to
Picking
practice
up your
selflessness.
Cross, you'll find
Boy,
the
ain't kidding there.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so do we want to get into the Daniel Radcliffe
Yes,
video?
but I feel like so I just said, picking up your cross, is how you find the Lord, how you grow in virtue. But whenever I say that, this leads into the Daniel Radcliffe video that we'll talk about in the next segment. I think people think this will be painful and difficult. But whenever you're walking with the cross with Jesus, it's sweet. And so as difficult as it is to carry the cross and you have to lay down your life in a lot of ways for your children, there's so much sweetness in it. And we don't talk about We don't talk about that enough, even though we talk about that all the dang time, but nobody talks about that enough, and so that's why Daniel Radcliffe is talking about it too.
Yes. I mean, nobody ever climbed a mountain and went, dang, that was easy.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Was it fulfilling? Yes. Was it awesome once you got there? Yes.
Yeah.
Are you proud of the accomplishment? Also yes.
Yes.
Was it easy? No.
Yeah.
Or everybody do it all the time, and then it's not a big deal anymore.
Totally.
Yeah. And another choice in this being a very specific scenario of Uma Thurman getting pregnant as a teenager with a much older man, as she's wanting to pursue an acting career. There are some situations in which we aren't saying you have to parent. We're saying you have to not kill your child. And so
that's very true.
Another decision is adoption,
Yeah.
which again goes back to Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes.
She's become a parent through adoption. And so while it's a very difficult decision to make an adoption plan, to be pregnant for 9 months, is also an incredibly beautiful decision once we get to the end of it. Yeah, incredibly beautiful to let that life live and create a story.
That's an interesting contrast for two people in the same program.
Yeah.
That's got to make hanging out at lunch weird.
I guess so.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe Millie Bobby Brown will be a good witness to, what's her name, Maya Hawke? Yep. I am not qualified enough to talk about pop culture, but here we are.
That doesn't stop us.
I can talk about the things that they say. I can't talk about the movies they're on or shows.
Okay. Well, we want to talk about Daniel Radcliffe and his comments, so we're going to do that after this break. Do you have a cell phone? Do you have pro-life values? Do you like saving money? Well, Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative wireless provider, and they've partnered with Texas Right to Life. So if you'll go to patriotmobile.com/Texas Right to Life or call 972-PATRIOT, 972-PATRIOT, and use the checkout code TRTL, they'll give you a free month of service. So make the switch today, have your money support causes you believe in, and save and get a whole free month. Make the switch right now. What are you doing still watching this? Make the switch right now.
Want to support a cause you love and look great doing it? Visit the Texas Right to Life online store. You'll find t-shirts, hats, mugs, bags, everything you need to rep the pro-life movement wherever you go. Plus, you'll get free shipping on every order. Listeners like you, yes, you, can get 15% off when you use code PODCAST at checkout. Visit store.texasrighttolife.com today to shop with purpose and make a difference.
Welcome back, friends. So, Daniel Radcliffe. Love him or hate him because he's Harry Potter. I mean, you know, we've watched him grow up on the big screen, and he went off the rails there for a while. He got his life back in order, and now he's a dad. And not long ago, he was dad, and there was some sort of one of the associations. There was a strike or something, and so he's out like with the like baby carrier just in the line, walking around with his sign, just being a wholesome dad carrying his child around, being a present dad. Weird. Yeah. That doesn't feel very Hollywoody of him, but I guess
Where's the nanny?
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
are Hollywood parents actually allowed to hold their own kids?
Maybe.
Apparently so.
Wow.
So recently he's on a morning show or one of these entertainment shows on an interview, and they start trying to stick him for, you know, the miserable parts of being dad.
Yes, exactly. So this interviewer was trying to say, like, really just paint parenthood in a bad light, and he wouldn't take the bait. It was actually really awesome. Let's watch it.
I know that you also were a new dad when this was all happening as well. So curious to know, I'm a mom doing something like this and having a newborn at home. Like, how sleep deprived were you? Are you still sleep deprived? Like, are you still recovering?
No, I kind of live in a constant, like, I've been tired since, you know, like 11 or 12. There's been like, you know, so like, but I've also never really like, I've never needed a ton of sleep, but yeah, I do the mornings most of the time, and so I was very tired during the run. But yeah, you know, you're always kind of tired as a new parent, but the good stuff is so good. I'm always telling people that like the bad stuff about parenting is like you're tired and you're stressed, and it's all very easy to describe, and the good stuff about parenting is so wonderful that it's like impossible to describe, which is why you hear about the bad stuff more than the good stuff, because it's just it's the best.
I concur.
Little sweetie pie, isn't that precious?
Yep, not taking the bait at all. I mean, I get it. Yeah, you're tired, you're a new parent, whatever. That's part of new parent life. And you know, even as they get older and everybody trash talks teenagers, right? Well, I've got a couple of those now, and yeah, they're difficult and they do dumb stuff. Also, they're turning into really amazing humans.
That's awesome.
Who do crazy awesome stuff, and you get to be really proud of them. But that's harder to verbalized than like, ugh, can you give me more coffee?
Yeah.
Like,
I really appreciate how he made that distinction of like the bad stuff is so tangible and obvious that it's like, oh, I'm tired. Well, it's like, who's not tired?
It's 2025. We're all tired for one reason or another.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually think my sleep habits were worse in college. I got less sleep in college than I do even during the newborn phase.
Impressive.
Maybe it was interrupted more, but
Yeah.
I have more, I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
maturing, and like I'm actually going to bed on a reasonable time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But exactly, like, yes, you're going to be tired, but there's more to life than how many times you wake up.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's pretty good. I really like to, we did an episode on Daniel Radcliffe a year ago whenever he was, like, he had his newborn, and he just talked about how he loved being a dad so much. And you just have this contrast, like we just talked about in the previous segment, of people who say that parenthood is the enemy and it counters your success. But he's saying, you know, the things that are difficult about parenthood that you're saying would counter my success, they're part of my success even in my acting career. He said that he has been tired since he was 11 years old because he's been Harry Potter that long.
Because work.
Yeah. Exactly. And so I think people aren't willing to draw those distinctions and recognize that there's trade-offs in everything, but that the joy in laying down your life for other people is way greater than laying down your life for, I don't know, whatever things that the world says we need to pursue.
Yeah. And I think there's also a mindset shift of if I'm always looking for the bad, like the awful things about parenting, the reasons I should be tired, the messes that are made, you're just going to keep seeing the bad things. But if you have that mindset shift, and this is, you know, like a concept that's taught often like in leadership and maximizing your performance, but it can be applied to parenthood too. If you're trained to look for what you're grateful for the good moments, then you're going to just see more of those because that's what you're looking out for. It's kind of like if you were kids and you played punch buggy. Like
you're always looking for one.
You're always looking for a beetle or a slug bug, and every time you see one, like you gotta punch your sibling. We got really into this, and it's like when you start playing, all of a sudden you realize, oh my gosh, there's so many slug bugs driving around. No, they did not start producing a ton more. People didn't start buying them more because you started playing punch buggy. It's just because you're looking for it now.
Yeah.
So, I think if our culture is telling us look for the bad things about parenting, you're missing out on like the joy and the life that they bring to a culture.
Quick tangent, bad thing. I'm sorry, but I think you might be the last generation of that.
What?
Do your kids not do that?
I don't believe they're playing. I don't believe they make the bug anymore.
Oh no.
Pretty sure.
If you know of children under like 15, is
like
that
early 2000s time range was like the return and
have
kind of the end of the Volkswagen Beetle.
We'll have to
so
take another
it's pretty
car.
hard to play now. Yeah.
It'll be like
punch Ford.
My kids kind of oh dear.
You'll get punched all the time for a Ford.
People are gonna think that they're getting abused. Like, don't do that.
Not Ford. Porsche maybe. There's a lot fewer of
don't
those.
drive in River Oaks.
There's still probably more of those than there are Volkswagen Beetles on the road right now. So.
Okay.
Anyways.
Good tangent.
So I guess there you go. Anyway, sorry, tangent. Yeah, it makes me happy to see this trend of like, actors who show parenthood as a good thing. Like these guys who are being good family men, good dads. Like, no, I go home to my wife at the end of the day, and like we have 2 or 3 kids, and it's great, and I love being dad. Like, why can't we have more of that? Not like, let me get on a talk show and talk about, I'm so happy my mom aborted my sibling. What? That's so dumb.
Yeah, you're right. There are more. I feel like there are more celebrities who are speaking up about just the beauty of family and parenthood. And maybe it's because like we're looking for them, like you said, like you're looking for the punch buggies.
I'll look for that all day long.
Yeah,
exactly,
let's do it.
Exactly. In Hollywood, as messed up as it is, like even a broken clock is right twice a day. So you've got a couple of gems in there who are saying some good things. So Timothy Chalamet, who I'm too old to actually pronounce his name correctly, but I got it right this time. He was saying recently in an interview that a life without children seems bleak and that procreation is the reason why we're here. And so he's saying, like, yeah, it is important to have a family, and he wants to be a dad. And he sees beyond this just like tunnel vision of like, my life is all about entertainment and career when there's so much more.
Good for him. Like, we need more of that.
Yeah.
We need more dad energy.
Yeah. The internet was not happy about it, though. All the commenters were saying.
Really?
Yeah, they were saying that he's privileged.
All commenters are angry bots anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So, whatever.
Yeah.
And if you're actually a commenter who's commenting things like that, who happens to be a human, I'm sorry, I still think you're an angry bot. Get over it.
Accurate. You can be a happy bot and comment on our video.
Isn't that a very classist comment, though? Like, poor people can't find happiness in children. Like, only rich people can have children.
Yeah.
They're also saying...
And
that's
like
pretty
the
much what they're
argument
saying.
people say about like, oh, I have to like have a 6-figure career. I have to have a house before you can have kids. I'm like, those are some bougie children.
Yeah.
You know, where you can find a lot of clothes for kids.
True.
Yeah.
The thrift
true.
store.
Yeah.
You know how much furniture and toys they need? Not much. You can thrift
Not
a
a
lot
lot.
of
Give
it.
them a box.
It's just the expectations. Children don't actually need a lot to be entertained.
Yeah.
A box is fine.
They don't.
And all
Can
they
confirm.
need is a life.
Yeah.
Let's not kill them.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
And let's celebrate them because they are fun.
But you know what? There's this, like, you were saying that there's this class argument. Maya Hawke was saying that rich women will always be able to get abortions, and then these people hating on Timothy Chalamet.
Yes.
Sorry, are saying rich people will be able to have kids. And it's like, okay, you're saying only poor people will have kids, only rich people will have kids. I don't think you can...
The commonality there is only rich people can do what they want and be happy.
Apparently.
So apparently the rest of us are just...
So then it's
out of
just
luck.
really the way you can kind of compromise those two views is rich people can do whatever they want. They have the agency to choose their destiny. And then it's like, hold on, do we really want a society where the deciding factor is what do I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what we're going to put on the pedestal. If only poor people had the decision to do whatever they wanted. No, what if we're supposed to do what we should and what we're
That would be
created to
healthier.
do? You know, right? I think that'd be a more virtuous
Agreed.
society.
I'm down with that. That's the vision we have here at Texas Right to Life. Just a pro-family culture where children are welcomed and celebrated, and not looked on as like burdens or even the opposite side of like a children is a right. I have to have, like, I deserve to have a child. I have to have a child and not a gift from God.
Again, we're back into spending money to get what we want. So is it more this, like, we create this culture where we think rich people can do whatever they want. If it's have an abortion, have children, buy kids. Well, wow, that's weird.
There's a wide menu.
That's quite a menu of things. And do what they want. So then everybody else just wants to chase being rich.
Sounds like it.
Sounds kind of like it. As opposed to like having a family and
Right.
like I don't care if I'm recognized as the podcast guy in HEB. I don't. Now I do care if my church friends are like, "Hey Brent, how's it going?"
Yes.
And that happens a lot.
Yeah.
But because we all seem to go to HEB at the same time.
Wow.
But anyways, small community.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. But I feel like life is better in that world than like somebody thinking you're famous and you can't actually go to the grocery store and be a normal person.
Yeah, definitely. There's the right relationship of saying like, I'm going to chase money so that I can have a family. Or you could just say like, I'm going to, well, first of all, chase God. Number one, top priority. And then after that, family, friends. After that, fulfilling career and everything like that. Keeping it in the right order keeps your heart focused versus whenever you try to chase the one thing so you can attain the greater good, well, then you actually end up not getting the greater good and everything goes out of whack.
Well, and chasing the greater good, isn't that the thing that has inspired mankind to great things throughout all of history anyway?
Yep.
Like, most of our major achievements have been, like, inspired by, I want to create this great piece of art or write this thing or do this thing because
discover the amazing, like, just
right, because look what God made and it's awesome.
yeah,
That or guys wanted to impress women.
that too.
Also chasing a family.
Yes.
Like
But it's using our talents and using the good to glorify him.
Yeah.
yes.
Right. And ultimately that is a gift from God in the first place.
Yeah.
To even be able to pursue,
Right.
beauty, like what you're saying.
Let's do more of that.
Yes. Well, friends, I guess Grandma had it right with all of her, like, have a bunch of kids and live a normal life and, be a simple, normal person. And I did see a study, apparently, that, women who have grandma habit, like those grandma hobby habits, live like 8 years longer on average.
Oh, good.
So
All right.
Yeah.
There's hope.
apparently Grandma's right. Read your Bible,
Yeah.
cook some good food, enjoy normal life, normal, peaceful life.
Yeah.
So-
Totally.
So, friends, I hope you have a normal, peaceful life this holiday season, this Christmas. I say holiday season because there's the slew of them, but we all know the big one right now. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching. Again, match campaign going on, right?
Tell us about it.
Until December 31st, every gift up to $200,000 will be doubled. So your $50 donation becomes $100. Your $100 donation becomes $200. Your $1,000 donation becomes $2,000. So now is the time. If you enjoy watching our videos, and if you made it this far, give what you can, and let's save babies together.
Totally.
Cool.
I like this idea.
Friends, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Have a Merry Christmas. Appreciate the good parents and friends in your life who have children. Celebrate those kinds of things, not the nonsense of Hollywood who tells us all what they think we should do to be happy, because it's nonsense. Enjoy your Christmas. Hug your friends and neighbors. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next year. Oh my gosh. See you next year.